alright, alright. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, alright, alright. Okay, okay, okay.
Hi guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by and thank you for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to cook white soup. Ofe Nsala. Afia Ferribot. Yep, all of that. So, thank you. I'm going to be sharing with you step by step how to make this soup. So, stay tuned in this quarantine time. Okay, let's go to the kitchen and make this yummy soup. So for today's recipe, I'm going to use some fresh yam. I'm going to use some smoked catfish. You can use any fish of your choice. I'm going to use some stockfish. I love stockfish because of the flavor it adds to my soup, and it's healthy too. And then I'm going to use some fresh scent leaf that I got from my garden, and I'm going to use some crayfish, some habanero pepper blended in a teaspoon. Then here is my fresh yam. This yam, I'm not going to use all of this yam. I'm going to use just a little piece that you've just seen to thicken this soup, okay? But I'm going to cut all of it, prepare it, and then wash it, put it in my freezer. I'm going to have a video coming up soon that I'm going to show you how you can preserve your yam so that in your freezer, so that anytime you want to use it, you can use it, okay? Don't keep it like that so that it won't spoil. So watch out for that video, turn on your notification bell so that you can watch it, okay? So yeah, back to our yam. Yes, I'm cutting my yam into some chunks, not too big chunks, and I'm peeling it off, preparing it so that I can cook it, okay? So take your time and make sure you're careful with the knife so that you don't cut yourself. So after peeling off the back of a yam, I'm going to wash my yam as you're seeing me do. You have to take your time here and wash it so you can wash off all that sand on the yam. Wash off the sand. So wash it properly, and I'm going to put it in my pot. After washing it, I'll put it in my pot and I'll cook it. Then I'll show you what it looks like. So here my yam is soft and it's done, so it's ready to be blended. You can see I'm using just 4 chunks of this yam. So this is it. I'm going to put it in my blender and I'm going to blend it till it's smooth. I added a little water to help me with the blending so that I can blend it easily.
Alright, alright, alright. Okay, okay, okay.
So this is the finished look of my blended yam. I blended it till it's smooth and I'm keeping it aside for later use. So I added some water to my stockfish and I'll cook it till it's soft, then keep it aside. Then here is my scent leaf. I am cutting it into tiny pieces. Then I'll just cut it. After cutting it, I'll put it in a little bowl and keep it aside so that I can use it in the soup. And in my pot, after washing my goat meat, I'm putting it in my pressure pot. I'm going to use my pressure pot so that I can cook it fast. And I'm adding some knorr cubes. In this goat meat, I'm putting 3 knorr cubes. That's what I'm going to use for the whole soup. I'm not going to add any more. So here I'm going to add some salt to my goat meat so that it can taste good. Like I said, I'm not going to add any more seasoning to my soup, so I'm just going to add everything here. I'm adding my onions here and I'm going to add my habanero pepper, just a teaspoon. I like spicy food. If you don't like spicy food, you can skip this part, okay? So I'm adding my water into my pot just to be just a little bit above the meat, and I'm going to cover my pressure pot and cook it for about 7 to 10 minutes so that it will be soft. Hey, I'm stirring it now, okay? Yep, stir it to mix everything well and cover your pot and cook it for 7 to 10 minutes. Don't exceed 10 minutes, okay? Because except it depends on how much quantity of meat that you're using. So hey, here I'm putting my dry fish into my pot, adding some water. I'm not going to add plenty water because I'm going to add the yam water to this pot. I'm going to add my stockfish water into this pot. So I'm cooking it now for about 5 to 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes on high heat, this is it. This is what it looks like, and I'm going to go ahead and add my crayfish. So this soup is tantalizing. Everything is in this soup, okay? It's going to be super delicious. Yep, I'm adding my yam water. Yes, the yam water, the water I used to boil the yam. So that water is what I'm pouring into my pot here, and I'm going to stir it, okay? Stir it, mix everything well. All right, I'm flipping my fish over so that the other side can cook too. This fish doesn't take time to cook. I'm adding my meat, my goat meat, because it was done soft. I'm adding it now to my pot, and the stock water too. So this soup doesn't need much added water because all this yam water, stock water, stockfish water, smoked fish water added into this big pot of soup, okay, is going to do the wonder. So you don't need to add extra water except it is necessary and needed. So here I'm adding my stockfish water and my stockfish too into my pot, and I'm going to stir this, mix everything well. This is a pot of goodness, guys. This is super delicious. Now this white soup, you can eat it with any kind of fufu, with plantain fufu. You can even lick it like that. Yep. So I'm going to add this thing called Prekese. We call it uyayak. This gives flavor to my soup. It adds flavor. Uyayak, at African store, I saw they wrote Prekese, but I don't know which African country calls it that. So I'm adding it to my soup to give it flavor. So guys, if you know the English name of this uyayak Prekese, you can leave it in the comment section below so that I can learn too, because I don't know. So I'm adding my habanero pepper. Yep. I love spicy food. If you don't like spicy food, do not add this habanero pepper like this. You can add just a little bit as you can tolerate. I'm stirring my pot now to mix everything well, guys. Can you imagine this pot of soup? Whew. So tell me, how much can you pay for this pot of soup? If you were to pay for this pot of soup, how much? Well, leave it in the comment section below. Let's chat. Okay, so I'm adding my yam now, you see, to thicken this soup. Just add your yam in little chunks so that it will be able to melt easily in little chunks, not big chunks. So take your time, add it now that the soup is boiling, steaming. Add it and stir it. So what the yam does is that it helps to thicken this soup. That's why we call it white soup, because you don't add any palm oil to it, okay? It's just white, plain soup, no oil to color it, okay? So I'm stirring my soup. You can see that it is thickening already. The yam is doing its job, okay? And I'm going to add my scent leaf. Whoo! Do not add a lot of scent leaf to this soup, okay? Just a handful of scent leaf. So I'm stirring it to give it super good flavor. So guys, at this point I turned off my stove. It's off because I don't like my vegetables to be really cooked. I like it to be if it's carrot, celery, things like that, I like it crunchy. But for vegetables like these, I don't like it to be very cooked. So my stove is off. I'm stirring my scent leaf to make sure everything is mixed well, and make sure you test for salt and seasoning here. If you need it, you can add a little bit here, but at this point guys, I did not need any seasoning, no cube, no salt, okay? So I'm good. All right, so I brought it down from the stove so that it will not be too cooked. So guys, this is super delicious. This is it. Have you seen the consistency of that soup? It's not too thick, it is not too watery. You don't want it to be too watery, you don't want it to be too thick. You just want it to be okay. All right guys, so let me tell you a story, guys. The first time that I cooked this soup, it was a mess. I can tell you it was a mess, because my parents separated. So it was Christmas, and this is one of our recipes during Christmas. So my dad asked me to cook this soup. So what happened? Because I did it for the first time and I ended up putting so much yam, too much yam into the soup that it was a mess, guys. They couldn't eat it. My brothers and my dad, they could not eat it because it was too thick, too thick. And my dad was just looking at me like, but well, you can't really blame me. So here, this is the finished look of our soup. All right, guys, is this not wonderful? This is super delicious. You can eat it with any fufu of your choice. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for always supporting me. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell, the bell icon, and select all, so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be the first person to be notified. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting me. And you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Savannah Niger Foodie.